So if you haven't seen my last video, I mentioned how I found a new piece that allowed me to change up my rapier build a slight bit. The stats and everything are still the same. We're still running 150 dex, 200 int, and 150 con. Still the same perks and everything. But I mentioned that I found a piece that had refreshing on it, which then led me to going to go and farm this saber right here, and I've been having an absolute blast with this weapon. It's really honestly allowed me to enhance my playstyle even further. And if you haven't seen that video, it's just pretty much the same pieces with refreshing and resilient. If I can get as many as I can, so we have refreshing and resilient on the headpiece, refreshing and powered. Don't have anything for our gloves yet. Refreshing sunder and then refreshing resilient, and then we also have it on our weapons as well. The reason why this change to my build has been so enjoyable is because the main reason why I play video games, or the thing that I get the most enjoyment out of, is expressing myself. When I'm playing RPG games and MMOs, any game really, I really enjoy expressing myself and playing different builds and stuff like that. One of the main reasons why I enjoy New World and I'm playing it over other MMOs is because the combat system and the sandbox allowed me to do just that, express myself. But the addition of refreshing on top of the builds that I've already found really, really enjoyable to play is it just enhances, as I mentioned before, my personal playstyle with the weapon. The fire staff and the rapier in particular, I feel these weapons, when paired together, allow me to play the game that feels the most natural to me, and the most fun. And the addition of the refreshing perks kind of allows me to kind of break the limit that the cooldown is going to have set for you. All of the abilities in the game in general have a long enough cooldown to where you can't really spam any skill. Evade is maybe one of the only exceptions, which is the main thing that I was targeting with this setup, but it makes it to where I can continue combos, whether that's offensively or defensively while I'm escaping, because all of my abilities cooldowns are just low enough to allow me to kind of continue that flow of combat, which is very, very fun and something that I've been looking forward to for a while, to find a setup like this. I've been testing my other builds with refreshing and this rapier a little bit, the ice gauntlet that you saw earlier on in the video, but I found that until we hit next patch with the stamina changes, the fire staff has been really the only thing that I find enjoyable right now, which is kind of a topic for another video. But we do have a bunch of fights since I've been running this lovely setup, and we're going to start off with a 2v1 here where I'm taking a bit of fire from a musket player, but he does decide to close the distance himself, and you see he does get a little bit of help from a mage here. We land a couple of quick attacks and chunk him there with the fire staff, have him pretty low already. Time the fireball to where we are able to hit it outside of the parry. I try to finish off the kill there, but we get caught with the ice shower, and we throw out the parry right around the corner there. He tries to attack me while I'm rooted there, and we're able to finish off that kill. I roll into an incinerate, chunk the mage right after land the fireball as well, so we also have him very, very low. I know his ice shower is going to be coming up off of cooldown as well, so I'm trying to just be aware of that and not get caught, but also keeping up the pressure. You see we managed to avoid the scream, and I find an opening, again put in a ton of damage, and actually managed to avoid the shower. He's pretty much out of everything right there, and we're able to finish off that kill. But the speed at which I've been able to attack and execute this combo has been definitely the most enjoyable part of this build for sure. We have another little fight on the outside of Sun. I almost tried to finish off a mage here, but he ends up running into the rest of his team and gets healed up. But he does end up following me out to the fight here. So we're just doing a good job of avoiding and keeping our spacing while putting in damage with the fire side, but we do get caught with the shower and the storm there. I throw out a parry and I'm able to make it out with the burnout, and we still have him pretty low, so I want to try and keep up the aggression here and not let him get a full reset on the fight. So we're chasing him down, trying to just see if we can get anything to land. If we can, do a good job of avoiding the parry, catch him with the tail end of the incinerate there. I am taking a little bit of fire from the top of the point there, so I want to try to see if I can just get a little bit of line of sight with this tree, so I'm not just taking free fire from extra muskets, excuse me. But the entire time while evading and keeping my distance, I've been able to damage this mage, so he's still low. You see, I tag him with the light attack there, time our roll, and we're able to get him with the tail end of the heavy attack as he thinks he's out of distance, but he's not as he rolls out of it. You then see we get a beautiful reaction on the sweep there to parry him, and follow it up with the flush to get a really nice 2v1 there. A little bit later in the match, we have a bit more players on us this time, as we seem to have hit a respawn wave from the enemy team. So I try to see if I can make my way out with the burnout there, but we do get caught with the gravel. But I managed to dodge the ice spike and not take too much damage. But I just need to evade and pull these guys and get myself to some line of sight. But we're taking quite a bit of pressure, you see, with the ice shower and this hammer player able to keep us slow. But we changed directions with the burnout. I have this hammer player decently low. We jump in for a couple of more light attacks, get him low again, but he chugs a potion. Very low ourselves. We managed to land the parry and chunk another player with the heavy attack. But we have to flush out there as we're getting very low. And the hammer player is right on us. So just a ton of pressure, not really allowing us any time to recover here. But just a little bit more time, and it seems like we end up getting one or two of the players to give me some time and decide to leave the fight here. We're left to the hammer player for a little bit, but he still has me quite low, and you start to see a couple of those arrows come in from the side there. But we land a parry, turn a bunch of damage on him, but he manages to hit us with that hammer ability, which kind of stops us on the track. We do a good job of avoiding the gravel, though I'm trying to stay light on my feet and just not get caught by anything. But each time he kind of gets a little bit of health, we turn the aggression back on him, and again I have him very low. I'm just trying to see if I can finish him off without getting caught by this second bow player, and we're doing a good job of avoiding a lot of the damage. But this hammer player seems to be on the run, and you see there he's able to regenerate a lot of his health, so I just need to back up. I decide to switch targets here. You see I chunk this light armor bow player there, so I decide to see if I can finish him off. Get two lightning quick light attacks in the middle of that gravel there, and we're left to a 1v1. Dodge the hammerstone. We get hit by the second one, but we do catch him with the incinerate, so we have him quite low as well. Back up, you see we do a beautiful job of dodging backwards while throwing out fire staff abilities. Hit him with a chunky fireball there, and then we finish him off with that flash for a beautiful fight. It seemed like this match I was getting into a bunch of 2v1s, which was fine either way. They were definitely fun fights. We end up running into a musket player as some of them get a little bit of reinforcements. Again, get a beautiful reaction on the sweep, finish him off, and it looks like the hammer player that we just fought has made his way back. This is really not the place that I want to fight though. Being in the open, especially on this main road here, is a really bad idea because you're going to be getting constant reinforcements coming down the road joining the fight. You see we get caught with the hammerstone there. He's just making it very hard for me to get out of this area, which he should. But I seem to almost get a little bit of distance there, but he tags me with the shockwave. It seems like I only ever get hit with that ability when I'm trying to cast burnout, but we just make it around the corner after getting hit with some musket shots there, and I'm finally able to break a lot of that distance. We do have the Phantom on us now though, and he is still here, so I need to try and go ahead and now break the distance from this Phantom. Thankfully now this patch they don't do as much damage as they did before. It was pretty much a one-shot when they would hit you with the heavy attack, which is pretty crazy. But we line up a fireball into incinerate. He does do a good job of dodging it, and I'm able to just kind of squeak out of that gravel, though But it seems like we have to take this fight, being as low as we are. We get a parry off of the Hammer Stun there and get him on the back foot. So I'm trying to stay aggressive and keep up the pressure, and just keep him low without allowing him to fully heal like last time. You see, I get a beautiful reaction out of the roll there to parry that stun. Hit him again, and with a quick series of attacks, we're able to finish off the Hammer player who chased us all the way back to the first base here. But yeah, that is going to be all for this video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button because it really helps me out with growing the channel. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day.